Hello, it's DarthRavage07 once again with another quick review, this time of one of my favorite Seekers of all time in the Siege line. This is Transformer Siege Thundercracker with his Fracas Target Master. I'm going to take a look real quick here at Fracas. Really hold about the same opinion about these with another fellow YouTuber named Kato. Really just don't... if these have more articulation, I would go into a little bit more fuller depth, kind of on its own review, but with these being thrown in with the Sky Warp, I thought I'd just take Fracas and go ahead and put them in with the Thundercracker. And I'm not going to go through all his stuff. I'll have him convert to robot mode with Thundercracker shortly, and then have him go back to his gun mode there, as you see. It's got good detail and everything, but I just think that these little guys, these need more articulation as well for the prices that we're paying for these days. Sorry, stiff knees, stiff elbows, it's not going to do it for me for the littler fellas. And I may end up buying those eventually because they don't have all the cool features that these guys have. But anyway, there's a lap around the block again with him, so you can see how pretty much everything works out there for the transformation. And there's other folks that do review them and give them the diligence that, as a figure, they get. Another cool thing that I'm trying to do is preview what we got going into this is 47, so number 48 has the shadow cast like right here with my finger. There's 49 and 5 zeros just off camera there, but anyway, just wanted to do a cool little preview of the upcoming figures. It's it's like kind of a little guessing game there. If you're a fan, I think you can figure out maybe the 47 or 48. Thundercracker there's 47. And then I got 49 and 50 there. But I'm gonna get this guy a little spin around the block here. And a lot of this bothers some other folks, but I really do like, even though it's the same one for all the Seekers, and I got like all the Seekers in this series. I do like the battle damage, and that's gone away with Earthrise, and that's the one thing that Starscream and Earthrise has got going for him, is he's got the clean paint mode or whatever. And one day I may eventually take and do what Cheetah's had and apply that fix to get that off, but I'm in no hurry to do that these days. And just love the way we got this right here. If it was more down here, it would definitely, it does give me a Viper feel still from Battlestar Wars. Battlestar Galactica. This is definitely very reminiscent to the guys that fight the Cylon Raiders inside Battlestar Galactica. My dad used to get tickled at me because I called Battlestar Galactica Battlestar Wars, and Star Wars has always been a huge part of my life. So as I got older, Transformers became bigger. Anyway, really do love the color, and might get the repro labels like I did with my Starscream. I'm going to do my Starscream probably next, because he's number 2 in my favorites in the Seekers. I think it's Sky Warp. I think Sky Warp doesn't get a lot of love, but yeah, Thundercracker is one of my favorite all-time Seekers. So I'm going to give this a pause and then get this guys in a robot mode and continue the review. And here is Thundercracker with Fracas in robot mode, and just really love these Siege Seekers. Like I said, I'm probably going to review them all. Just love the amount of detail that was put into each one of these. Simplistic transformation, but effective. I like how, and the legs fold up underneath the jet mode in the cockpit, and I don't mind the faux cockpit so much, and hopefully they do make a masterpiece. So these right here, they'll figure out a way to flip this faux cockpit to be thrusters versus this faux cockpit on the end of the jet mode. But anyway, let's take a closer look here at Fracas real quick, because this is as much as I'm going to do the review with these guys. I just really wish, for the amount that we're paying, these guys need to have, I don't know about necessarily a wrist swivel. Definitely should have some more, should be some more posability to these. Third parties are cranking out Target Masters with full-blown articulation. That's really impressive, and I would love to see Hasbro step it up, and they're going to release these, give them some more articulation. They already got some pretty nice paint details. Some of the other smaller ones have head swivels, but this guy is bigger than those, and he has no head swivel. And it's kind of like buying a Star Wars figure after playing with G.I. Joes with all the articulation, and then I think 5 points articulation. It's not even have that. It's just got the ball and sockets with the legs and arms, and anyway, the transformation. It's a downer. I like to play with action figures, not just have them stand in one stagnant pose. But that's his stagnant pose that you got right there. But Thundercracker, and all of this rendition of the jets, I just love how this sits behind the head. It doesn't mess with articulation. I love the light piping. The light piping I wish would be able to come back with the other Seekers. Starscream and Earthrise had the painted eyes. I love light piping. I love being able to get that head to come and look up like that to help pose an awesome flight pose. Another thing I really love is that it's got a flight stand right there at his butt, that you can do that and strike with one of the more articulated versions of a figure. These Siege Seekers have articulation in spades, and I love that. I did do the head swap for Thundercracker, so Starscream has the smirk face. He's got the old Starscream face, but you wouldn't know it if I didn't tell you. And another thing I love about these Siege Seekers in the robot mode, and nobody else is, I mean, some of the other folks may have pointed it out or even showed it off, but you can flare these wings. You can do these wings however you want to do. You can do it like a standard like that. But ever since Bumblebee's movies come out, I saw the wings do kind of like this. I love flaring the wings out like that on these Siege Seekers. It just does something for me. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to pause this for a brief moment, get this guy back into his gun mode, and strike a really cool finishing pose to end this video review. Hang on one moment. Okay, here it is. Thundercracker's holding Fracas in his Target Master mode. This is the only way I'll review them, is with the bigger bots again, to show off their little playability. I love the floosh splurge, pew 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 bang bang effects that they got. Pew pod die kind of things that go on to the end of these blast points that other reviewers have them. MGO has a giant bluish effect thing he likes to really overplay with these guys. So definitely check out MGO's reviews. He's a fun reviewer. I have had a lot of fun. My son laughs at him every time. But just doing a quick 360 or trip around the block before the end of this. Just an outstanding set of Seekers we got with Siege, and looking forward to the rest of the Earthrise as we go forward, hoping that they will incorporate what was lessons learned here and giving it the ultimate in articulation. These Siege guys have better articulation than most MP Seekers. So with that said, if you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring that doorbell so you get all the notifications of my upcoming videos. This was number 47 going up on 50. I got something special for the 50th review. So thanks again. Hit that link in the description for my vacation site, and till all are one. Have an excellent night.